wieder zurück hier im Livestream und es geht weiter mit NSKN Games and right between here is
Błażej Kubacki.
yeah, Błażej Kubacki, something like
It's
that.
fine. It's good job. Good job, really.
Okay, thanks. So, and right here in front of our nose, we see in the name of Odin.
Yes,
So, a Viking game.
absolutely.
Yeah, we love Vikings. So, what are the core mechanics? What are the feeling of the game here?
Okay, so what you do in this game is you want to go raiding. Okay, so
Yeah.
everything revolves around raiding, and we have raids right here. So the base idea of the game is that the old Jarl is gonna pass away soon. He has no sons, so he is looking.
Here.
So he is looking for someone who can take his place.
Yeah,
And we are the pretendants.
we
so
all looking for his place.
exactly. So whoever gathers the most glory,
Yeah,
that person. So basically, whoever raids the boldest
Yeah.
will be the person who becomes the new Jarl.
okay.
And so how do we do that? Like I said, everything revolves around raid cards,
So, da gehen wir auch noch mal kurz ins Detail. Yeah, please.
and I will take one of the raid
Yeah.
cards. So basically, every raid card tells you a few things. It tells you how much glory you will get,
Yeah.
and it tells you what kind of Vikings you need for that.
Okay.
But Vikings is not everything. You will also need a ship,
Yeah, to come to the location. Yeah,
exactly,
to check there.
and you will need a leader.
Oh yes, und hier Brunhilde sehen wir hier.
Now, so when you have all of this, and of course you need a ship that will take you far enough,
Far enough.
because this is distance 1, distance 2, distance 3. Now,
And enough men to pull the string.
exactly. Now, everything you do on your turn revolves around action cards like these.
Yeah.
And the action cards, every action card has two symbols. The top symbol is always a Viking type symbol, so a warrior, a trader, or a sailor.
Yeah.
And there are also action symbols on the bottom part. And you use action symbols to do different things, and it's actually really easy. Let's say you need a leader. So you choose one of those leaders,
Wir sind hier hinten. Ich zeige euch mal noch eine.
like so, and there is a price next to each leader.
Okay.
So this is how many of those symbols I need to expend. I simply discard the cards with this symbol. I always ignore the symbol I don't use, and I get the card. And it's very similar with ships, quite similar with buildings. You simply need enough symbols, and it always tells you on the board how many symbols you need to take a card from that location.
And then we've got our own hometown area here. or-
Exactly. Now, the thing is that everything you get in this game has some special abilities, starting with the leaders. And for example, Brynhilde here has a special ability, and she also doubles up as one warrior.
Okay.
So if we want to go on this raid,
Yeah.
and it needs 4 warriors, she will be one of them. Okay? The ship often also gives us something like this ship, for example. Every time we go on a raid, the ship itself kind of is one of the traders, but it will also give us 1 glory immediately when we go with that ship, because it's especially an awesome ship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now,
Everyone likes this ship.
exactly. Apart from that, we're also building up our village. Here we have 2 buildings in the village, and there are multiple buildings, but you can have only one of each type. Hence the artwork here on the board to actually allow you to remember that.
Yeah.
Now, each building, just like this one, has a special ability. There is usually a special ability that is common to all the buildings of that type. So every runic circle will make your hand size, the hand of action cards, up to 7. But there is also another ability that you can use, and in this case, for example, once per turn, you can discard a card with the green or the brown symbol to use it basically as the recruitment symbol.
Yeah.
So you not only manage your hand, but you're also trying to build up your tableau. Plus, some of the buildings will actually give you glory at the end of the game.
Oh, so these spaces are if you are putting this runic circle in.
Exactly. I mean, you don't have to put them in exactly the same space, but the idea is that you can have only one building of one type.
So
you can have only 1 forge, 1 runic circle, 1 Jarl's house, 1 inn, and 1 shipyard.
Cool.
And mostly this is it. The game goes very quickly. It plays very, very fast. You always get your hand of cards at the end of your turn. So usually you know what you need to do before your turn starts, you know what you want to do. There are some, important choices. So because for example, the more Viking symbols you use, the more Vikings of that type you will get. 1 red gives you just 1, but 2 give you 3, 3 give you 6.
Okay.
So the question is, do I use those for this, or maybe
for the other symbols.
Maybe I want to buy a ship, so I will use these 2 cards. But like I said, you get these at the end of your turn. You always have the time to think about what you want to do. And, well, it's also a little bit of a race, because the game ends when all of the raids are gone.
Okay.
So after that, everyone adds the points they get from their village, and you can also get some extra points for the Vikings you have at the end. So you can try to build sets that will score you points at the end. When you do that, the person with the most glory wins and becomes the new Jarl.
And so here it says it's for 2 to 5 players.
2 to 5 players,
Like
exactly.
1 hour.
Yeah, probably. I mean, with 2 players, it's actually shorter.
Okay.
With 2 players, it's about 30-35 minutes. With the full set of 5 players, it may go maybe a bit longer, but it's actually
it's okay.
Oh, one last thing I want to tell you, actually. Every one of those raid cards.
So we go
Yes, you could. Every one of those raid cards gives you a place and shows you the place.
Yeah.
And each of this is a historical location.
It's London,
says London.
Yeah.
It's a historical location where Vikings actually had been to.
Cool.
So they either burned the place or they traded with the people.
Or pissed in the corners there.
Something like that. But every single one, if you look for it, you'll find a date and a place, and you'll know when they got there and what they did there.
Also schaut euch hier das mal an, es gibt hier wirklich Plätze, da sind die Wikinger eingefallen, haben irgendwelche Sachen gemacht. Then you can buy the game, watch on these places, travel there and go to the Viking traveling route.
If you actually want to, and that's really just for fun, but if you want to, you can take all of those cards
and you puzzle it to
and
a
you can
big
puzzle
map.
it into a big map
Also
if
da
you
haben wir
want
das
to.
auch schon gesehen, wie bei Key to London. Hier können wir auch wieder die Sache zusammenpuzzeln. Also sehr schön thematisch. Hier mit den Booten muss man natürlich bei weiteren Entfernungen mehr rudern, die Sachen bereisen, und dann geht es letztendlich darum, um hier diese Raids, diese Sachen, diese Plünderung zu bestehen, um den meisten Glory zu haben, um dann der Nachfolger zu werden. What's the price?
During the Essen fair?
Yeah, both maybe, if you know it, during the Essen fair and after it.
During the Essen fair, it's 40 euros.
Yeah.
The game retails at 55.
Okay, but you've got quite a lot of these cool miniatures.
Oh yes,
here.
we have over 90 of those.
Yeah, 3 different models of them, so really good looking. Amazing artworks on these cards here. Really beautiful. I like this aquarellish style here. So, okay, where is your booth?
Okay, so if you want to visit us, NSKN booth is Hall 1, booth G124.
G124, also G24 in der Halle 1. Schaut da mal vorbei, wenn ihr wollt, bei NSKN Games. Ja, dann denke ich, man hat hier einen guten Überblick bekommen. Thank that you were here on our stream.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Okay, und dann bauen wir jetzt natürlich wieder um für uns. Es geht hier Schlag auf Schlag weiter. Und wenn ich das richtig da drüben sehe, hier wurden Kisten angeschleppt, hier sind schon Beeren auf uns, die hier warten. Also lasst euch mal gleich überraschen. Ja? Ja? Wir werden sehen. Da bin ich jetzt schon zu weit. We've got another game.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was to skip it. No. Da wollen wir noch nicht vorgreifen. Es gibt hier noch was weiteres Schönes. So, please sit here. We make a short break. Kurze Pause. Dann kommt's hier nochmal Mist vor. Bis gleich.